Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Joel Madden, and this is Artist Friendly. On this episode, I'm talking with Academy Award-winning hip-hop legend, multi-platinum artist and producer from 3-6 Mafia, DJ Paul. Let's go.
I don't want no bad times. I don't want to have bad.
You look healthy, and I always kind of know at our age, because we're in our 40s,
Yeah.
like when someone looks healthy.
You in your 40s.
You're 34.
I stopped aging a long time ago, man. I don't even know what age I am.
But like, I can always tell when someone takes care of themselves, because at our age, I think like you start to see people age faster and faster and faster. And usually it has everything to do with like drinking and food and all the stuff. And then but I also think music keeps us young, maybe.
Yeah, it do.
And 40 is the new 30 anyways.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. And 50 is the new 40s.
That's right.
You remember back in the day, we thought 50 was old.
And it's not.
It's not at all. When somebody died in their 50s on social media, people have a heart attack. Like, oh my God, he was so young. I'm like, really? I'm like, he was a half 100 years old.
When I was a kid, that was old.
Yeah.
But actually, even like 70s is younger than it used to. Like 70 must be the new 60.
Yeah, it is.
Because my father-in-law is like 73, and he's got more energy than me. He tours like, he must do like 100 and some. I mean, he does more shows definitely than I do.
I'm glad you brought that up too. I want to talk to you about that.
Please.
We brothers, right?
Yes.
Family.
Yeah.
So why haven't I met my father-in-law, man? I want to party all night long, man.
Friday night.
Yeah.
He's playing at the Forum.
Forum, really?
Yeah.
Damn, I ain't gonna be here. You going?
Oh, yeah, I'm going. For sure we're going. It's Pop-Pop, man. Pop-Pop plays, we all go.
Oh, okay. Well, the next time I'm going with Pop-Pop and y'all.
That's what we call him. We call him Pop-Pop.
Yeah. I went and saw him in Vegas. Probably about 2 years ago.
You saw the Vegas show?
Yeah,
it's good. I saw it, yeah. I saw that too. It's great.
It's good.
Man, no one does it like Lionel does it.
Yeah, I was the youngest person in there. And I'm not even young.
You're pretty young, man.
Yeah, but I was the youngest person in there. I felt like a kid.
It's pretty crazy how good he is.
Yeah, he's the best.
Legend,
man.
Well, come for Thanksgiving then.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Now you're talking.
If I'm there. Do you ever spend do you go to Memphis sometimes?
No,
stay in
no,
LA?
no. I don't really have no family in Memphis like that no more.
Okay.
Yeah, I do my Thanksgivings out here. I actually got some family friends from Memphis that live out here. I do Thanksgiving at their house a lot.
Well, if you want to come to my house.
No, I'm coming.
I would love that.
I'm coming.
I'm serious.
I'm coming.
Serious?
I'm seriously coming.
Okay.
I'm bringing all my Commodore's records, all my Lionel Richard. No, I'm joking.
Bring them all.
I ain't gonna come in and fanned out, even though I will be.
But actually, Lionel would actually be down with that, and he's likely a fan of yours too. So you guys would have a good.
Yeah, just tell him I won the Oscar. I usually break the ice with.
We're both. You guys are both
like
Oscar holders.
Oh, he won an Oscar too?
Yeah, he won an Oscar. He got nominated. He got nominated. I think he got nominated twice or 3 times.
I'm sure he been nominated
2 or 3 times, and he won once.
You know what it was for?
I don't remember. I don't think it was "Endless Love." I think it was another song. God, he's got so many classic songs.
That's dope. He got it out at the house.
He's got, he's super classy. So he has this like library, and his awards are in there on the shelves. I mean, it's pretty magnificent because he's got so many awards.
Yeah,
Grammys, Oscars, all kinds of achievement awards. Yeah. He was inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, all that stuff. So he's got tons of awards. I love that room. He's super humble about it. I love to go in that room.
Do he got his plaques up?
He does not have his plaques up.
I noticed a lot of people don't have their plaques up.
He does have his plaques up in his studio. In his studio. He has a studio at the house. Insane, beautiful recording studio.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And there's plaques in the hallways when you go to the studio. It's pretty cool. It's pretty special.
I used to didn't have my plaques up. For the longest, I didn't have my plaques up. And I did this show called Celebrity Wife Swap. And they was like...
How was that?
It was fun, actually.
That's cool.
Yeah, I turned it down for like 3 years until they told me how much they was going to give me.
Right.
And then I was like, what the hell?
I'll swap my wife.
Yeah, I swap it. So I wasn't even married. It was a girlfriend. But, we lied to say we was engaged. I mean, for hundreds of thousands, man. You can
Why
be
not?
engaged.
Yeah.
Why not? So I did celebrity wife swap, and they was like, Paul, why you don't have any of your plaques on the wall? And I was like, well, I always live by this old saying that says there's like, if you don't see your achievements, you'll keep trying to achieve them.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how I used to look at things. But now I got them up in the living room.
There you go. Well, I think there is something to that. I don't have my plaques up at my house, probably though, because my wife grew up in a house full of plaques and she was like, I don't want to see these plaques anymore.
Yeah, I'm sick of this.
But now we have them up here at the office and in the studio. So
I still get to, somewhere.
Yeah, I still get to see them. But I also think that we have to celebrate our achievements in a way, some kind of way. Not, I don't think the thing about musicians is I don't think we walk in the room with all of our achievements. Like our resumes can be pretty impressive. If there were a degree to give, you would be the highest level of doctor or lawyer. You would have the highest business degree. If there was degrees being given out for your experience in this business, there's no one more experienced than you. The highs, the lows, how does it work? From the inception of a project or a group or an album or a song to the execution of it and then bringing it out to the world. Think about the decades of experience you have and the success you have. It's not like it's been written down into a resume or you've been given a doctorate for it, but you have one.
Yeah.
And so sometimes those plaques remind us of what we know so that we don't forget.
Yeah.
Because every now and then some new expert in the music business that's had a current hit or they've been a part of a group of people, because ultimately this entire business was built on the backs of great artists.
Yeah.
With good teams of people who are smart and hardworking, right? It all works together. But sometimes artists can be talked out of instinct and experience.
Yeah.
And it can be wrong.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So those plaques kind of remind you of like who you really are and what you've achieved. Is you can't undo that.
Now my Oscar, that's a different story. Now I don't have that out. It's tucked away in a safe in a Crown Royal bag.
I love that.
You remember the Crown Royal
bags?
Yeah,
of course, the purple Crown Royal bag.
We kept everything in those as a kid.
Yeah,
the money. That was the save. That was the piggy bank.
Any good packaging that came with anything, you would keep.
Yeah.
A good shoebox. Yeah, you're keeping it.
Yeah, you kept them.
Yeah.
So the Oscars in a Crown Royal bag.
Why do you think we always keep stuff? My wife always asks me like, why do you keep all the bags and all the?
I don't know.
The packaging, like when it's nice, I keep it.
Yeah, me too. I love the packaging.
If you buy a pair of like Prada shoes or something, the shoe bags, I keep them. I keep all of them.
Yeah, but they starting to get cheap. They used to give you 2 shoe bags. Now they're starting to give you 1. Yeah. And I ain't just talking about Prada. I'm talking about Louis Vuitton, all these motherfuckers. 1 bag, man. Pay $1,000 for shoes and you give me 1 bag to throw them in there together to get scuffed up through TSA? No.
It's margins.
2 bags.
It's all about their margins.
Yeah.
If we can get away slowly with replacing 2 bags with 1, save, maybe we make the 1 bag a little bigger.
They made it a little big.
Yeah. And then we save, a couple bucks across the entire.
Man, they save a lot of money. They probably save hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Margins.
I need 2 bags. Look how big these shoes is, man. They're like yachts. I can't put these shoes in 1 bag. I couldn't put these shoes in 1 grocery bag.
They look expensive, those shoes.
They was.
Yeah.
I got them in London. Never even seen them in America.
Wow.
And I was just walking through London. And I was like, oh, wow, some ugly shoes I've never seen in America. I'll take them. $2,000. Whoa.
Why not?
Why not, man? In London.
It's nice, though, every now and then to spend some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, remind you.
Yeah.
I always struggled with spending money until I didn't.
Yeah.
But, growing up without having money, I think I had to learn how to find the balance.
Yeah. I hear that a lot. I didn't grow up super, super poor. We didn't grow up in a nice neighborhood, but we grew up in like a mill. First, we was in the hood.
Right.
And then my daddy worked for another company. And then he took the knowledge from that company. He worked for Terminex. He took the knowledge from that company and opened up his own pest control company.
Oh, wow.
And then we moved into a middle-class neighborhood.
So he was a hard-working guy.
Yeah, he was super hard-working.
Yeah.
My daddy owned companies. He owned homes. That's why now I own a lot of properties because I saw my daddy doing that growing up. You know, he owned a lot of properties. He would buy homes and rent them out for extra residual income. So that's what I do now.
I figured you were up to something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I love homes. I love decorating homes. I love working on homes. I'm working on one right now, and I love it.
You just buy them and renovate them?
Buy them, renovate them if they need it.
Flip them or rent them out?
I never flip them. I always rent them out.
That's smart.
When you flip them, you got to pay the capital gains and all that if it's within 2 years. And
short term, it really doesn't make sense. Long term, you could sit on a property for 10, 12, 15,
if you're going to do
years.
that, then you can make some serious money. But if you're going to buy it and then turn around and flip it, then you got to pay all these taxes and the capital gains and all that. It just don't make no sense to me, especially out here, out here because the property values go up so much.
Yeah. Just to get in the market out here and stay is the smartest thing you can do.
Yeah.
It's because it gets harder and harder for people to get in the market out here.
Yeah. And I made some mistakes. So
did I. Sold stuff too early.
Yeah.
Wasn't really thinking.
Don't ever, what if you don't want to kill yourself, don't ever go on Zillow and look at old homes you sold in California.
Yeah.
You'll kill yourself.
Yeah.
I saw where some people just made $1 million off a house I had in Tarzana. I said, what? And Tarzana, I'm like, damn it.
There's also something about a portfolio of real estate that is, to me, like a real pride of ownership.
Yeah.
Like over the years, because the years go by and then you get 10 years behind you, 15 years behind you. And if you keep just buying one thing at a time that you can afford, rent it out, forget about it. Yeah. Let someone else pay.
Yeah.
And
don't even think about it
before you turn around, you have this portfolio. And I think I think that's probably one of the best things you can do with money.
Man, it is the best thing you could do with money because, like the saying goes, is God's not, making no more land.
Yep.
So if you could buy some more land, if you could buy some land, because a guy told me this a long time ago, a business manager that I had, Indian guy named Harish back in like 2001. And, he was just breaking it down to me on like the percentage that banks pay you on your money. So say, for instance, you got some money in the bank and the bank is paying you 2% on your money.
Yep.
This and that. But if you can put it in a property and you can make more than that, I would rather have mine in a property than in a bank. And in a physical brick and mortar property, because, it gains in so many ways. Your money is actually gaining by being in it. The property is gaining value. You rent it out, you let somebody else pay for it. And it's just so many ways you can make money with that. And then the biggest key to it is like when we die, we can't leave our talents to our kids. They might get some of it, they might don't. My son know how to make beats and sing and all that shit. He don't want to do none of that shit. But
how old is he?
He's 27.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a grown man. He don't want to do music though.
Right.
But these properties you can leave to your kids.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and they can live the rest of their life not even having to work if they don't want to. Hopefully they still will.
Yeah.
But you can leave property. So there's so many values into owning properties versus your money just sitting in the bank and letting them use your money to buy other people's property and charge them again off that same money.
I feel the same way. I know some people are like, I want my kids to earn everything that they have. I want my kids to earn too. Yeah. I want them to work and build their own lives. But I also want to give them whatever I can.
Yeah, of course.
And hopefully we have a relationship where they respect. I hope I'm close enough with my kids where they respect all the hard work that I did while I could do it. It's more than just the value of the thing I give them or leave them. It's the idea of it. It's the legacy of it. And it's less of a money thing, more of an emotional appreciation for like what my dad did. It feels like you love your dad. It feels like you looked up to him. And
of course.
I mean, work wise, it feels like you modeled how he worked.
I did.
Because 3-6 Mafia, you guys worked your ass off.
Yeah, still do to this day.
And still do.
Still do, man.
And it's interesting because it's almost like if I wasn't doing this, I would have a paint business or I would have some kind of business where I work just as hard.
Yeah, exactly.
This just happened to be my trade.
Yeah.
Music.
Yeah, exactly.
But I always approached it like it was a business.
Yeah,
that I was just I was working as hard as my dad worked really hard. I always had 2 jobs. It didn't reach the levels of success, I think, that where he, it sounds to me like your dad really figured it out and he continued to build momentum and gain. Yeah. But the only way you do that is getting up every single day, whether you want to or not, punching in and going to work and putting in 8, 10, 12 hours, however many hours the day called for you to get the work done. That's what I saw my dad do. And that's how I always approached my career and still do to this day.